where I do stand on this as a Christian
Mm.
and as an American is I don't want to be involved. You have two sides arguing, hey, terrorist actions are coming from Israel, terrorist actions are being financed by Iran, and the people on the Iran side and Hamas side are saying America is funding Israel's terrorist acts against the people in Gaza and Palestinians. And so, what I would like to see America do is remove itself from that.
Yeah, I can respect your America First stance. However, there's an issue. You said you're a Christian. If you're not a Christian, everything you said could make sense in terms of America First, my friend. But if you're a Christian, you are contradicting Jesus Christ himself, and I'll tell you why. And I'll try not to bring up the verses in the Old Testament, which a lot of Christians tend to roll their eyes at, especially with your stance. That is verses such as, all those who bless Israel will be blessed, and all those who curse Israel will be cursed, although it's part of the entire Bible. And I'm also not going to bring up the fact that more than 50% of the New Testament is basically the Old Testament quotes. But I am going to point out the fact that Jesus Christ himself did say that he came only for the Jewish people and Israel in Matthew 15. That is when he encountered the Canaanite woman. I brought that up because you're focused only on the New Testament in that whole interview with Pierce, even though Jesus said in those verses that Gentiles are dogs and he came only for Israel. That's exactly what he said. Don't get mad at me, get mad at Jesus Christ. Now we can debate how the replacement theology doctrine twisted the meaning of those verses later for most Christian denominations. But the main point was that Gentile woman was humble, and she knew her place when she said even the dogs need the scraps. The dogs in that context are Gentiles. And Jesus healed her daughter, being impressed with her humility. Now you can still make another excuse for those verses. But do you know even Paul understood the value of Israel when he brought up the olive tree analogy in Romans 11, where he said even the grafted branches, which is us Gentiles, when we are added to the original tree, which is Israel, and we are added only by faith alone, unlike them. That is, Paul makes it clear we Gentiles must be extra fearful and careful of our place in that tree. Also, the Islamic side, such as the Iranian side, uses religion to justify killing Jews, which means Israel, of course. But Israel is being defensive and trying her best to protect her people. And yes, there's nothing in Judaism stating to kill non-Jews. So my friend, my problem with you is that you're a Christian and you think you have no obligation to Israel, like Tucker Carlson.
God tells you to support the modern state of Israel in the Bible, in some place in the Bible that you heard about, but you don't know where it is. That's your theology?
You're going back, am I a sleazy feline again? I mean,
if you accuse me of anti-Semitism again, I will say that, but I don't think you will.
I have no problem if you're an American, a Brit, a European, an atheist, or an agnostic, or anything else, but don't say you're a Christian and you have a problem taking sides in this conflict. Jesus hates lukewarm people. He made it very clear in the book of Revelations. So pick a side. And my main point is, be an American, be any nationality. Just deny Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior if you think you can be a Christian and have the perks, but none of the responsibilities. And then you can say anything you want to about Israel.